Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pick and Roll, the NBA betting and discussion show on the Board YouTube channel, which is, of course, the NBA content division of the Hammer Betting Network. And we appreciate everybody stopping by for this one. Be sure you're following us on Twitter at the Board HQ and follow the Hammer at the Hammer HQ on Twitter. And make sure you're subscribed to this channel and you've liked this stream. We had a winning day yesterday on the show, which was great to see. It was a 3-1 day. One of the bets only cashed. It was less than half a unit because SGA's part of the bet was voided, but Jaden Ivey still came through on this one, so it was plus 1.16 units and 26% ROI on the day. But many will be happy to see that we can update the hook counter somehow, some way. Mikal Bridges did come through for us, and he got us another win on a hook. Some late free throws helped us cash that one. That was pretty electric to see to get it started with the day. 6 and 8 now on the hook counter. Get it back to 500. But of course, there were a lot of bets. So let's go through all of them here. 4 bets to cover. First of all, that Bridges bet, the Jaden Ivey, small win there on a $100 unit play. You would have won $30. So if you risk to win $130. So unfortunately, Sabonis does not come through on his assist. But Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns comfortably come through on their points on the season, now up to 123 and 94, plus 13.7 units. Pips, overall thoughts on the slate in its entirety?
So I'll just start from the Mikal Bridges one. Actually, I was so frustrated with him because he didn't took a single field goal attempt in the last 6 minutes of the game. So he scored the last bucket with like 6 minutes left, and then just went ghost town. They were down a couple of points, tight game against the Rockets. He was getting guarded by Kevin Porter Jr., like the worst defensive player on the court probably that night, and he just wasn't there. Like he just stood there like in his uh, Phoenix Suns days when he just left Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Cook. He was just standing there, not taking anything. So I was like, okay, like, and he had 23 with 6 minutes left. Like I was comfortable. We are getting there in a close game. I expected at least 2 free throws in the last minute of the game, but we ended up with 4. He made all 4. We got the hook, and yeah, lucky win there at the end.
Yeah, so that was the Bridges side of it. I don't think there's much to touch on for SGA, Jaden Ivey. The Ivy part was definitely not the main component of this
Yeah,
bet. Still
yeah.
wins.
If Shea was ruled out, I'll actually bet, as I said in the comments, Jalen Williams, J Dub. So it's unfortunate that Shea was ruled out and we didn't have it, because I think that will be an easy win, especially the way I saw how Pistons play defense.
Oh my God,
But
that
yeah,
last play, the
yeah,
last play of the game, the Pistons are up 1 with 1
yeah.
second left and don't box out J Dub. It was crazy.
Yeah, we can also talk about Thunders not giving a F and just resting Shea in another game, and they are so close to losing. J Dub doesn't get the offensive rebound in the last second of the game, they will lose 2 in a row against Hornets and Pistons.
Yeah,
But they got lucky there, lucky break there. Then
yeah,
I will go to the Towns and Booker. I think this was an easy win, both from both guys.
yeah.
Towns had 20 points if in the first half. So Towns had 20 at halftime. Booker had 24 at the end of the third quarter, even though he missed 3 free throws. Still was a point away at the end of the third, so it was an easy win.
Mhm.
And the last one was probably the most one of the I can't explain how poor this was to watch. Like I checked the potential assist earlier this morning. It's a 14 potential assist.
Oh no.
His expected assist when he has 14 is 8.3.
And he
So he
got
was expected
4.
in. Yeah, he had 4, like one of the worst of the entire season. So they were missing every shot on his pass, and they were making every shot that he didn't pass them. That's why it was a blowout. I was thinking, like, if they miss the shots on his assists, there won't be a blowout. But they just kept missing every shot on his assist and making every shot on everyone else assists, which was weird. Very weird game. And I think they shot. I'm not sure I counted this well, but there were 1 from 11 from on wide open threes from his assists.
Wow.
And we needed
That's
just yeah,
unfortunate.
because out of 4 assists, two were for layup and one were for dunk. So the variance on our side with threes was just not there.
Yeah, very much not there. And the Kings, they won by 40 points, right? So they definitely had the offense
And it
against.
was a 4 point game at halftime.
Right.
So
That's okay.
yeah,
That's crazy. Blazers
yeah,
have given up in this season for sure.
yeah. I expect I maybe I needed to go higher on the on the spread part because I just believe that there's no way this can stay
Yeah.
under double
Yeah.
digits. Yeah.
Definitely something to maybe look at for future betting. Quick question from M. Halbani here. You asked where you check your potential assist stats.
So you go to the NBA.com site and you have stats, team stats, and player stats. You go to player stats. Maybe I can share it in the. I can send it to you, Jacob, and you can share with them in the link in the
Yeah,
YouTube
I,
channel.
I can do that. Send it over.
Yeah,
Send over a message. I'll put it in the chat on YouTube right now.
yeah.
While you're getting that sent, I will get us into the official pick segment of today's show. Only 2 games to choose from today, but a couple of decent games. One very, very good game, as we do have the top of the East taking each other on here. Perhaps an early Eastern Conference Finals playoff preview, and that is the Celtics who are visiting the Milwaukee Bucks. We are going to be taking Chris Middleton, 15 plus points, and we're going to be pairing that with Jason Tatum, 25 plus points in this game. So, two of the premier players there. Chris Middleton still getting himself fully back to 100% coming off that injury. Jason Tatum perhaps making a late push to get into an all NBA first team. Maybe he'll get there anyways, or a lot of competition. So, these games can definitely matter, and the seeding matters. And a little bit of extra, maybe, emphasis on this one because it could be that playoff matchup. That's minus 105 odds at DraftKings. Just so everybody is crystal clear on this one, these are both the milestone lines for the players. Therefore, you have to go to the second section of player props to find both of these lines. Over 14.5, 15 plus, same thing. Over 24.5, 25 plus, same thing as well if things change throughout the day. But that is the bet. Let's go to Pips. What are your thoughts for this matchup, and why are you taking these two players?
So I think with this is a very important game for everyone, and just maybe this could be maybe the finals of the conference. Last time they played, so many players were out, and it was overtime game. Even though half the Boston Celtics
Oh, yeah.
were
I
out,
remember this game.
and I'll just go with Chris Middleton first. So I actually think his minutes are back to his usual. He's playing 32 minutes average in March, average 19.3 points, usage back to career regular, shooting almost back to career regular. He's shooting 59% from true shooting. That's his career number. Actually a bit 1% above his career average. So I just think that yeah, he's ready. It was only the matter of time when he actually get the minutes, and the minutes is projected to play 30 to 34 minutes tonight. All we can ask for, and if he can just show the graph for Chris Middleton, with that's the graph showing Middleton when he's playing. So on this line, when he's playing 28 or more minutes, and as we can see, he's completely crushing this over the last 2 seasons with 87% win rate. And I actually expect him to have higher usage than usual tonight because it's a single cover from Boston Celtics. He's able to create his own shot. He's able to attack one-on-one. He's able to post up on the side, shoot over guys, and yeah, I just think Giannis and Jrue played huge minutes last night. Even though they weren't expected to play 30 minutes, they still played 30 minutes, both of them. Chris Middleton got his rest, and I think he's ready to just be the guy tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's the first part of the bet. The second part of the bet is Jason Tatum, 25 points. This is a huge game for him, and I think he's starting at power forward and going directly against Giannis. I love Giannis as a side, as a help defense. I love Giannis as like rim protection, but I don't love Giannis when he needs to run against the guy through the screens. I don't think his screen navigation is probably below average. Not for his size. It's great for his size, but when he needs to guard guys like Jason Tatum, I think that Tatum can get inside, can get the floaters, can get to the rim, can get to the free throw lines, can shoot threes out of the screen with Brook Lopez in drop coverage. Earlier this season, they played Jason Tatum had 41 points, even though it was a blowout win. So he left the game with 4 minutes, more than 4 minutes left in the game with 41 points, and I think he can get to 25 tonight. As we can see on the season, he's covering this in huge percentage, 78% on the season. And if you take a look at the late games of Jason Tatum, so last game it was a blowout loss against the Wizards. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, they lost
Yeah,
blowout.
that was actually crazy.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And yeah, Tatum had 28 points. Earlier game, blowout win against the Pacers, 34 points. Blowout win against the Kings, 36 points. Then crazy game where Utah just doubled him and every time he touched the ball, he stayed under. But Bucks are not doing it. Then 34 against the Portland. Scored 22 against the Wolves with 0 from 8 from three-point line. Then the game against the Houston Rockets that he didn't even try, scored 22 points. 34 against the Hawks, 30 against the Portland Trailblazers, 40 against the Knicks. Like, this guy is just scoring unbelievably. His usage is 35%. He's shooting so much, getting to the line. Yeah, I just think this is a great spot for Jason Tatum. And huge game. Expect them to play huge minutes, huge usage. Yeah, it's just the game for Jason Tatum tonight.
Sounds great. Somebody in the chat asking about Middleton was listed doubtful yesterday. I don't know if their injury report is out as of today.
Yeah,
Celtics.
he is probable to play because he was out yesterday because of the rest. He was given rest in the first leg of the back-to-back, so he can be ready tonight and be at full strength. That's why I'm actually going with him.
Okay, understood. So we're just going to expect Chris Middleton to play. That's going to be the play. That's going to be the bet for today. So one official bet for the smaller slate. We'll recap that once again at the end of the show. By the way, guys, we always track our bets with BetStamp for you guys to see our records so you guys can trust the record for the season, trust that the bets are winning, and you have full faith in tailing that. But BetStamp can also be used as an odds as a place where you can shop for the best odds on every single wager that you are going to be making. You can use multiple sports books. Always make sure you're getting the best odds. They compare every sports book for games, futures, player props. You can save time by checking through these, and you can also save money on each of your sports bets. You don't need to be an expert sports bettor. If you're always getting the best price, naturally you're going to get more profit on your wins. You're going to lose less on your losses. So if you are looking to sign up to multiple sportsbook accounts, please check out the offers available at betstamp.app/theboard. The link is also in the description to make it easier for you guys to do that. And if you sign up through this page, it does support the show a little bit extra, and it does support them as well. And I mean, you're making yourself better sports bettors in the process by doing that. But let's talk about a bunch of things that are on the table for today. We want to talk about all defense teams, Russell Westbrook, Jrue Holiday, and again, the Dallas Mavericks. First of all, something that Pitt brought to me while we were live here, but sorry to make this full screen. The all defense teams, it's going to be really difficult to make your selections for all
Here's the
defense this
selection
season.
four forwards.
Four
This is
forwards.
selection for forward
So
spots, and
so
oh
I'll
boy,
read it
how
out.
difficult this is.
I'll read it out for people listening in audio, but there's 4 forward spots available, and you have to choose between any of these players: Giannis, OG, Butler, Draymond, Jaren Jackson, Herb Jones, Jaden McDaniels, and Evan Mobley. Out of all 8 of these guys, only 4 can make an all defense
Well,
team as a forward. So I guess questions, maybe I'll ask you, Pips, who your 4 would be, and if you think the NBA should expand all defense to 3 teams rather than just, let's say, the 2 teams that it currently is.
I think they should just go with backcourt and frontcourt for all NBA defense.
Right, right.
And yeah, adding 13 will make sense with so much talent. Like if you like, I will say I don't know. I want to say one player that for sure isn't making it, but how great defender he still is, but difficult. The only thing that could help this maybe Herb Jones being a little eligible for getting to guard spots as a guard, so going there. But yeah, if I needed to, he's amazing on defense. But if I needed to pick one to go out of this way, is Herb Jones, and he's still amazing. My locks for this is 2 locks: Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley. I think they are pretty safe
Yeah,
for 2
I
spots.
agree.
I will have them the first team, NBA all defense. But on the second team, everyone could go. Like Draymond Green, probably the best one in here, but his team is 19 in defensive rating, so no chance for him to make for me with below average defensive rating. No chance for them to making all NBA. OG Anunoby is one of my favorites, and I think I'll go with him on the second team.
Really?
Yeah, with
You don't need to say
OG.
that just for me, by the way.
No, I'm not saying it for you. I was trying to. I spent like an hour last night trying to dissolve my 4 picks. Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, and OG were my 3 picks that I have for
Really?
sure. And I spent some time thinking between Giannis and Jaden McDaniels. So I'll say Giannis. From my side of, I watched so many games, and from my side, I think Giannis is having a down year on defensive end, and it's still worth of all NBA defense. That's how good he is, but he's helped defense a bit down this year. He lost his guy. If you watched the Denver Nuggets game, he lost his player like 3 times, and they made the layups. He completely missed the rotation, and he had some games this season that he had some troubles with tracking down. Maybe with taking so much offensive load with Chris Middleton being out, and could be that. But I'll think Giannis. I'm okay with leaving Giannis out of it because Jrue Holiday is a lock for our NBA team as a guard.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is also a lock for center at our NBA defense. So he's playing against the defensive player of the 2 defensive of the player year players, Jrue Holiday and Brook Lopez. So I will just okay. It's easy to have top 5 defense in the league with playing with those guys. So I will just take a step back with Giannis, and Jaden McDaniels is amazing. Like he maybe gets out of all these guys the toughest assignment every single night, and he's still able to provide rim protection, provide uh, uh, defense in the lanes, all ball defense, and while playing point of attack tag defense, being almost 7 foot. He's so long, so big, and he's playing point of attack defense, defending Trey Young, and all like he's defending the best opposing player every single night, like no matter what, no matter if it's Trey Young or if it's Kevin Durant. Like 2 games, straight games, one game defending Trey Young, the next game defended KD, and did amazing job on both. That I don't know, like how many players can do that. OG Anunoby Herb Jones, that's about it.
Yeah, the
I
like
mean, neither
defending
of
the
these
one through
players on this
five.
list can do it. Neither of these players they are probably best rim protection and side defense and like help defense, but these guys can do both. Like Jaden McDaniels can play amazing off-ball defense, amazing help side defense, and still be the lock player on the best of the best players every single night. So I'll just give props to Jaden McDaniels and maybe even go with him as the fifth, so as the fourth guy. Jimmy Butler is amazing this season, both sides, but on defense especially. But lately, Miami Heat defense is terrible. Last 15 games, I think they are below average. They are just sleeping. They are playing, allowing everyone to score a lot of them. So if you are looking at the late into the season, I'm not going to give props to the Butler here. So I'm taking away something from Giannis. I'm taking away something from Butler, taking away something from Green. So we are left to choose for the fifth, for the fourth for my pick, Herb Jones or Jaden McDaniels, and I'll go with Jaden McDaniels.
I think that's the sensible four there. Javon in the chat agrees with you. If anybody else wants to pick their four, let us know in the comments who you'd put on your team. I probably I can't really see myself disagreeing with that one. I'd be really happy if OG got it because every year he's one of the best defenders. So it'd be nice to see some recognition. I mean, my only concern is the Raptors' record kind of hurting that, but they're finishing strong, so I could give him a good push.
I,
Let's.
I'll just say, like, I don't think record should matter that much. I think defensive rating should, like how good of a defense they are.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And the Raptors, they've been close to the middle, but since the Pirtle acquisition, they've been very good there. So that could play into the part of OG getting it. And start of the season, he was one of the front runners for DPOY until the Raptors record really fell off.
And
But back
OG is
to
leading the
500.
league in steals per game.
Uh, I
Yeah,
believe he is. Last time I checked,
yeah,
he
he is.
was. He is. Okay, he is. Yeah. So
Yeah,
and like you said, he guards like every position. He'll be guarding a point guard one night. Next night he's guarding like Nikola Jokic. So
yeah.
it's insane what he does. A few other things here. I want to talk about Russell Westbrook quickly. Yesterday he had a 36-point game, 10 assists, 2 blocks. First time in Clippers history that anybody's ever recorded a stat line like this. Came up big in a game where Kawhi Leonard was out. Do you see Russell Westbrook being a factor for this Clippers team in their potential playoff run?
Of course, like I think he is a factor, but that is he a positive factor or negative factor? It depends night in, night out. Last night he when his shots outside shots are falling and he can't leave him wide open, he can make a very good impact.
Yeah,
The game he shot 5 from 3. So in nights like this, Westbrook is a very positive factor.
yeah.
Like the biggest thing with him is when you leave him wide open and he still can make those shots, he is just negative, very negative. But when he can make some shots, when he can punish you and make you go out there and defend him, he's a very good player then. Like he can create a lot when he gets attention. He can create something even when he is left wide open. But when players are going up to him, then the things open up for him and for them. Then it will be huge if Russ can make some threes, like at least wide open threes.
So
So
that's
far
just
this season, he wasn't able to do it. He's shooting 30% from three. He was below 30, wasn't 29, 28% before the last night. So I don't think he can have as much as positive impact as last night, but probably won them the game. So one game, one better seeding without Paul George and without Kawhi Leonard. It's not good for us. Like Russ is a great guy, not
yeah.
great player anymore, but a great guy, and I love to see him try in some games. So yeah, good to see him playing well. And I'm not huge fan of his basketball and never was, but I was actually was not a hater, but I didn't like him the way he plays. But some critics and everyone just slamming him the entire season, not I'm not fan of it, and I really think that's not like it was support to see. I hated to see
Some
it.
guys, it goes too far with some players.
Yeah,
And for Russell Westbrook, it definitely went too far.
yeah, and they were putting him down when even when he wasn't the one to blame, and now he finds some happiness in the Clippers. They're treating him well, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he was definitely made the scapegoat in with Los Angeles. Essentially he was blamed for everything. Like if something went wrong, it was on him. So, part of it was, but too much of
Yeah,
it was put on him, which was unfair. Next piece here, Jrue Holiday put a career night up yesterday against the Pacers, 51 points. You talked about him being first team all defense. He was an all-star this year. But man, I did not think Jrue Holiday had a 51-point night in him. Did you manage to watch the game? If so, uh, what happened to Jrue here?
yeah. I didn't watch the game. I expected the blowout. I see Chris Middleton out. I see Halliburton healed, Turner out for the Pacers. So I
Right.
expected it because I knew they have a Celtics game tonight, so they will just go in and try to win as quickly as possible. But it was a game at the end, close game. Giannis played 32 minutes, same as Jrue Holiday, and yeah, I didn't see the game, so I don't know what happened.
Okay,
But
fair
I
enough.
do think the Jrue Holiday had this in him. Not that he will score 50 points, but he got somewhere 35 to 40 points.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had some of these games. It's just when the shot is falling, he can be devastating. Like Drew is very, very talented player. He just if he just didn't take those like 4 minutes into the possession of the step back threes or some crazy shots, low of efficiency, he will be so much more efficient, so much better for his team. But it seems like he can't help himself. And yeah, but if you take a look at the season, Drew Holiday, 48% field goal, 38% from three, 86% from free throw line, almost like 50, 40, 90 guys scoring by 20 points a game with 7 assists and playing the best defense we ever seen as a guard. I don't
It was
think like last decade. I think it's Drew Holiday, the best defensive guard in the league.
wow, big statement, but can't really think of anybody who would rival that. And there's a reason they gave up so much to get him on their team. He's an NBA champion. They're
I,
looking
I
to run
hated
it
I
back.
hated the Smart getting the defensive player of the year. I love Smart as defender, but Drew Holiday is just next level.
Agreed. Agreed. Final thing here. Dallas, he lost again. They lost to the 76ers. I think somebody said that Doncic, I didn't check, but he only had 2 free throws in this game, which probably is why he only got up to like 24 points in this one. They're 1 game back of the 10th place Thunder. Um, I guess quickly on this, who do you think is going to actually make the playoffs here? I would have said the Thunder, but looking at the Thunder yesterday, these guys I don't even think want to make the playoffs. So, where do you think it's gonna go? Any idea?
I don't think this. I first off, Kyrie said he's still not healthy.
I did see that.
Yeah, yeah. So if I don't know if I believe it. I when I watch the games, I actually see him not playing at his level, but we saw so many times that it could be just a mental thing for Kyrie. I don't know. I don't want to speak about anyone mental health, but I think some things are just being soft, and that's it.
Mhm.
And last night, the same thing again. Kyrie, only 17 field goal attempts, 23 points in 40 minutes, while Luka Doncic was double team on his own court, own side of the court. Like they just decided we'll get Luka out of this game and make Kyrie, Reggie Bullock, Hardaway to win the game against us. And
They
like
couldn't.
Reggie Bullock shot 1 from 8. No surprise there.
No
Tim
three, no
Hardaway
D.
Jr.
Reggie
had a
Bullock.
great game. Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. had a great game, but that team doesn't have it in there. Like, who on that team can score besides Luka and Kyrie? Like these guys need to score, I would say, at least 70 points every night for in order for them to have a chance to win in a competitive matchup, as 76ers are certainly are. I They are actually, I would say, Dallas played above average defense, below their potential, above their potential.
Mm,
They held Embiid to only 25 points, under 10 free throw attempts, which is great, amazing, but not enough.
yeah,
Yeah,
when this team got formed, Jason Kidd said, like basically in a press conference after the trade, he said, you're gonna have to score 130 to beat us. Or we're gonna score 130. You're gonna have to do better than that to beat us. Well, the problem right now is the Mavericks are not scoring 130. They're scoring like 110, 115, 120. Teams can do that against this Dallas team. So, or it was more along the lines of they'll allow 130, but they can still win. But they're not even scoring that much right now. So we knew the
yeah,
defense was a big problem, but their offense is not making up for it, which is why they're in such
yeah.
a hole.
Luca is not 100% into NBA right now.
Yeah,
Kyrie never was
yeah,
for at least last 5 to 6 years, and everyone else is just not good enough. If
yeah,
you have Tim Hardaway Jr. as your third scoring option, you are in deep trouble. Also, Christian Wood is playing 10 minutes a game because he can defend for to save his life. I was telling everyone about Christian Wood because I was watching him on my Rockets 2 years, and it was just such a poor experience. Yeah, he's probably one of the most talented big scorers in the league. He can score 25 every night. If
yeah.
he's playing 35 minutes a game, he's unstoppable on offense. The only thing can stop him is free throw line, where he can shoot 2 from 15 some nights. But defensive side of court is worse than the offensive side is. He's just terrible. He can do any like mistake on every possession. Like if he plays one possession without making some blatant mistake on defense, you are happy with that. So yeah. Then you have George Green and Jaden Hardy. They are not enough experience, not enough power in them. Max Kleber, great 10th player in the rotation, or nine at best, not fourth. Dwight
Yeah,
Powell, I don't
yeah.
know, like how is he still starting in the NBA? That guy is just talent is not there.
He's a solid backup big, but like
Yeah.
the problem is they spent so much to bring in JaVale McGee in the summer. They told JaVale he'd be the starter, and now JaVale McGee just doesn't play. He played I think he played against the Pacers, but like he never plays, and they paid him to be the starter. So now they're stuck with Dwight Powell as the starter.
Also, we saw Bullock. I love Bullock. I think he's a good player. He's shooting career 38%, 38.5. This season, 38.3. He is a great shooter. He can play defense. He's probably the best defensive player. But yeah, you want him just if you have very well built team, you want him like if you have four good starters, you want scoring threats. You want Reggie Bullock to be your fifth guy to just play
Exactly.
defense and shoot wide open corner threes. Like,
Jay
but if
Crowder
you
type.
need him to make 10 shots a game,
You have
yeah,
problems.
yeah, problems. So yeah, not good on any side of the court for the Dallas Mavericks, and it will be nice for them to miss the plane and to Luka to get some rest. Finally, he hasn't got any rest for like how many seasons for now. He needs the summer off to enjoy his life and to get some joy in his life and get back to the NBA with some willing
With a
force.
smile. With a smile.
Yeah, with a smile, and with he can smile with this kind of roster, no matter how much rest he gets. So they need to bring something better for him.
He's also spoken about some off-court issues, so hopefully everything works out for him. We'll see about Dallas. We've spoken enough about them a lot in this week, so let's recap the official play from today. One official play from today from the Board YouTube channel. If you guys want more free picks, you can go to the Edgework YouTube channel for NHL free picks every weekday morning at 10:30. So right before this show, go subscribe over there. That's our NHL content division of the Hammer. But today, for basketball for the board. Chris Middleton, 15 plus. Tatum, 25 plus. Both of these in the milestone lines of their player prop section for DraftKings at minus 105 odds. And that has been your show. Thank you guys so much for sticking it with us, sticking it through with us for the show. And please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more content like this. We go live every weekday morning. Drop a like if you enjoyed this particular episode, and let's hope this pick cashes. Me and Pips will be back tomorrow morning to round off the week for Friday. We hope to see you there.